Good to see you too.
Yeah. You know the younger one, remember?
Charles H. Sanderson was born in Hamilton, Kansas, in the middle of the Flint Hills in 1925. His dad was the town undertaker, postmaster, and also brought the first cinema to Hamilton. He and his three brothers served in the armed forces during World War II, and amazingly, all returned back to Kansas after the war. He studied architecture at Kansas State University and earned a BA in art education at Emporia State. He completed his studies at Fort Hays State, where he gained his master's in fine arts. Next came teaching jobs in Altoona and Lyons, Kansas, where he also coached the freshman basketball team. So that background gives you a little idea of what influenced our dad and helped create who he was. He married my mom in 1952, and they moved to Wichita for him to start work as the first art teacher at the newly built South High School, which I also went to. He began painting seriously after my brother and I were born, and he started painting in oils. But after catching me eating the oil paint, so we saw three colors. Watercolor became his medium of choice. He liked the spontaneity, excitement, and versatility of watercolor. He wanted to get his ideas down quickly while they were fresh, working mostly from observation and impressions, and rarely from sketches. Early in his work, you can see the influence of other artists like John Marin, Jackson Pollock, and Don Kingman. In an early artist statement from my dad in the 1960s, he stated, "I want my paintings to be an honest statement of my feelings for a subject at the time I painted. My subject matter is usually landscape or cityscape. These two interest me and give me such a wealth of ideas to explore that it is frustrating to me at times. Design, color, and techniques are the tools I use most to interpret my subject in different ways." Page 2. Okay, so later in his career, after many requests for his earlier landscapes, which he did a lot of art fairs, he had a lot of people, "Charlie, can't you paint a landscape again?" And as you'll see in the exhibit, he went on from that. He goes, "So many times people ask me to paint something like I used to. I couldn't if I tried. I just don't have the same feeling for it. When I have finished a painting, I'm done with it and I'm ready to go on to something new." He loved to barter and trade paintings. Not just with other artists, but anyone he struck up an interesting conversation with. One of these trades was for a ride in a prop plane over the farmlands in Wichita, outside of Wichita. This plane ride, because he'd never really been in a plane before, but it totally changed his perspective on the horizon, from painting horizontal landscapes. He all of a sudden saw all the graphic qualities of looking at everything from above. And that totally changed him off into a whole new direction of watercolors. And then from that abstraction and those graphic qualities, that kind of just kept leading to new and more different styles and stuff of painting. My mom was an important part of the operation. Her collection of articles and paperwork from a lifetime of painting have been instrumental in putting this together. She was the business side and the manager, and also the one that said, "Charlie, paint more paintings we're selling." They loved going to art fairs around the country, and they enjoyed the contact with the other artists and meeting the people who actually bought his paintings. He was well known in the Salina area for being at the Smoky Hill River Festivals. His first art fair, though, was actually in Wichita in the 1960s. It was outside the courthouse in the middle of downtown Wichita. And his setup for that, which kind of changed a lot when he became the professional art fair person, he had a clothesline and clothespins, and he strung it between two chairs, and he clothespinned all the small little watercolors on the clothesline. And about halfway through the first day, he went to find a phone, because it was the 60s, and called my mom up and said, Ruthie, bring more paintings, I'm selling out. So in the glass cases, you'll find the more personal things about our dad. Newspaper articles from Hamilton, his Bronze Star from World War II, and things related to teaching. Being an art teacher, he had to master ceramics, woodworking, metalwork, and printmaking that you'll see examples in the cases as well. For more than 35 years, he maintained a full schedule of painting and art instruction, spearheading experimentation and development in an endless variety of styles and techniques. This artistic vision made him one of Kansas' most respected artists. He was the founder and president of the Kansas Watercolor Society, ordered the Kansas Governor's Art Award, and had over 100 one-man exhibits. His work has been exhibited in numerous national, regional, and local juried shows, and his paintings can be seen in permanent collections that include museums, libraries, colleges, corporations, and private collections worldwide. We'd like to really thank the Art of Emprise, Wichita Art Museum, Kansas Oil Museum, the Salina Art Center, John and Betty Sue Wackles, who are here, and the Sandzén Gallery for generously providing work for this exhibit. So I hope you like that little background on my dad. Some of you knew him, and a lot of you didn't. But please enjoy the work, which we have loved putting together and be able to do this for you. Thank you.